Sitting today with Crystal Smith, the NDP candidate in the newly reformed West Kelowna Peachland riding. Hi, Crystal, and welcome back to the campaign.
Hi, glad to be here. Glad to be here in person in studio today. Thanks for having me.
I know 4 years ago you ran in the Kelowna Mission riding. You weren't living there at the time. It was kind of a different campaign. Talk about the differences between what you were able to do that campaign and what you're able to accomplish in this one so far.
Well, I was born here and I'm living here. I'm living in the neighboring community, Kelowna. That's where I'm from. So I've been able to do more door knocking and more community events in Peachland and in West Kelowna. So that's pretty fun to talk to voters, talk to them about their experiences firsthand.
You also work for the party, so your time is being stretched, I guess, between party duties and also candidate duties.
Yeah, for sure. I got involved in the party, I think when I was about in grade 10. Yeah. I did some stuff around Bike to Work Week and some other climate action stuff. And then I found myself being, gravitated towards the BC NDP. So a lot of my career has either been working for different elected politicians, like the mayor of Vancouver at one point, MPs, MLAs, working on civic campaigns, and also I've done some campaigns and government relations work for some student unions. So it's all kind of been focused around, the left of center values, and that's how I ended up here working for the party and also running in West Kelowna Peachland.
It's no secret that the NDP has never won a seat under that name in the Central Okanagan. What gives you the hope that you can potentially turn that around in the West Kelowna Peachland riding?
Meeting people in community and talking to people on the doorstep has been very, very positive. We've been talking a lot about healthcare and housing and affordability, some of the big challenges that we're facing not only in this community but also really across North America right now. We've seen other jurisdictions go orange in the past, so I would just say you'd never know.
As a government, or as a candidate for the party that is currently in power for the last 7 years, we hear from the Conservatives change is needed, healthcare is broken, housing needs to be improved, education is broken, et cetera, et cetera. You're with that party that is having all this thrown at you. Talk about what Crystal Smith would do for the riding and also as far as those issues are concerned and how you fix them.
Yeah, for sure. I think that there are some huge challenges that we're facing, again, like locally as well as provincially and across North America, across Canada. We're seeing a major affordability issue. Housing is challenging for people. We have a plan, and we've been working on that plan for the last 7 years. Our plan is, experts have said that it will create around 300,000 middle-class homes for housing alone. That's a huge influx to the market. We're going to continue to build purpose-built rentals. We're going to continue to do this work with David Eby and the BC NDP if elected. Alternatively, we've heard from the Conservatives and Rustad that they want to cancel this work. I don't think that we are in a place to start canceling the programs that we are working so hard to build. Our community is great. I love living in the Okanagan, and I want to work with people. I want to work with the folks in Peachland and West Kelowna to make it that much better.
All platforms come with a price tag, obviously. Where does the NDP propose to get the funds necessary to do all the work that you're promising through the platforms?
Yeah, we have a fully costed budget, and we, as the Conservatives, will not be having a balanced budget in the next 4 years. We will be working towards going back to that, and we've had balanced budgets in the past. We are definitely going to tax, I would say, the top 2%, and that's a contrast to the Conservative platform, who says that they will cut those taxes. And I think that that's just not something that the middle class can afford.
We've heard a lot, and there's been a lot of stories and a lot of talk about the Conservative candidate or candidates and their unwillingness or to participate in interviews such as this, candidate forums as well. You've also been absent from Shannon Lake meet and greet, the Board of Trade, all candidates meeting. So there's been questions about your availability. Can you talk about that?
Yeah, for sure. Unfortunately, I was sick on the last debate, but there's one coming up on Sunday that I'll be at. Pretty excited about that. And you always have to make choices about what community you can be in at what day, where you can go, whether you have already set meetings with folks or door knocking to do. So.
I mean, the fact that, again, that you've missed a few, still talk about, is it frustrating to know that there are those that you're opposing that are refusing to go to, any of these events at all? Potentially.
Well, when folks don't go to anything, I think it's hard to get your message out, so it more hurts them than really me. I just need to focus on, our campaign and our supporters and our volunteers, and moving forward and talking to as many people as possible.
Those people you have talked to, what are they telling you? What are the issues that are concerning them in West Kelowna Peachland?
Definitely affordability. I talked to some folks in Peachland, actually, a couple doors that were really excited about the travel assistance program that we're proposing for healthcare, so that in Peachland, they would need to travel to a regional hospital, either in Penticton or Kelowna, to seek healthcare. And that travel would now be covered under the proposals that the BC-NDP has put forward to help people with the affordability of accessing healthcare, as well as doctors. I've spoken to a couple people. A lot of people still need a doctor. We hear about it every day. Last year alone, we hired 800 new doctors. Training, we've added seats, I believe about 100 seats throughout the UBC system, and are adding even more seats with the new training facility that will be opening in Surrey.
Okay. Price affordability, we hear, the price of gas, groceries, rent, etc. I'm not sure if we can ask government to bring those prices down or how we can, but how would an NDP government, look at potentially seeing those prices come down?
Yeah, inflation is difficult. Affordability is top of mind, I think, in every household. I would say we've taken steps to make life more affordable with the reduction in ICBC fees. There's also been rebates with that program with the ICBC. And we have a renter's rebate. During COVID, the rents were frozen, and then we introduced the rent cap to try and make people's lives more affordable.
Crystal Smith, before we wrap this up, I want to give you a chance to look into the camera, look at the constituents of West Kelowna Peachland, and give them your best pitch as to why on October 19th they should put a check mark beside your name.
For sure. Again, my name's Crystal Smith, and I'm running with David Eby and the BC-NDP. I would hope that we could work together against all of these challenges. I'm running against two other folks that you've probably heard from and talked to as well. Both of them happen to be Conservatives. I think that the plan, John Rusted's plan, is going to make life less affordable, and I hope that you stick with the NDP and check your box for Crystal Smith. Thanks.
Crystal Smith, NDP candidate to West Kelowna Peachland. Actually, voting began today, officially advanced polling, so make sure everybody you get out and vote, whether it's an advanced poll or on October 19th, which is just over a week away. Crystal Smith, good luck in West Kelowna Peachland.
Awesome. Thank you, and thank you for having me.